Hello, friends. I hope my Wi-Fi isn't trash. I'm trying to send Producer T a big file. It looks pretty trash. Well, I don't want you guys to see that. So we're going to share the screen until the file sends so it doesn't look like poop. So there you go. Hopefully that's okay. I hope that's good. My Wi-Fi is stirring out. But guys, we have a nice little game today. That means absolutely nothing. That means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. I don't remember the last time I've done a game that means nothing like this. Josh is one. I know. God, I'm sorry. I'm trying to send a big file to Producer T, and obviously that backfired. So I'm just gonna stand here and hopefully the audio sounds good. Give me a yes. Give me a Y in the chat. Yes. Does my audio sound fine? If the audio sounds fine, we'll survive. Because the big file will send soon, and then hopefully the Wi-Fi will just calm down. If you guys can hear me, all right, good. Sounds good, guys. So let's talk about today, because we have a match watch along between Borussia Dortmund and Besiktas. That means nothing. However, from what I've read, if you win a game in the Champions League, you get 2.8 mil, something like that. So in hindsight, knowing how COVID's been, this is somewhat important. You get an extra, basically a friendly. You can get an extra. So it'd be a nice one to talk with the chat, take a look at our starting 11, see who's playing, see who's not. We got the table a little bit beside, which I'm going to put over this way a little bit. I think that's a nice visual right there, guys. Really nice visual. So you guys want to ask me questions? We'll make this a fun little watch along because, again, there's no pressure. We can just sit back and enjoy, in a way, watching Borussia Dortmund, knowing that there's nothing on the line. We're going to the Europa League, guys. So yeah, this is the starting 11. It's on the screen for you guys. I'll go through it quickly, then we'll jump into the chat. So if you guys are excited for today, or at least just to hang out and talk about Dortmund, maybe some transfer news. Did a stream last night. Be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Drop a sub as well, and let me know what your thoughts are on the game. Obviously, there's probably not a lot, but let's get in here. Dortmund will win 6-0. That is my prediction. Damn. Josh, my team is Man United, but my second team is Dortmund, just letting you know. I'm glad it is. We'll try to get Dortmund up to number 1. We'll see what I can do. I've been working on Yash forever. Yo, second one in the chat. Let's go, boys. 3-0 is my prediction. Is Haaland starting? No, he's not. And thankfully, he's not. I would have been, frankly, a little bit annoyed if he actually was. But is what it is. JJD TV fans here says, yo. Snipe City says, sup fam. Hate that we're playing Hummels and Royce today. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. The players I really didn't want to see play was Guerrero. I was a little surprised Bellingham was playing, to be honest. But, whatever. It is what it is. Mullen's starting up front, so that'll be kind of nice to see. We got a Besiktas fan here, which is nice. If you're a Besiktas fan, let us know. Obviously, a couple Canadians on Besiktas, one of which is starting, Kyle Larin, which would be nice for me to keep a little eye on. Hutch is not on. I just want 0 injuries or red cards and no fines. Enjoy watching Porto versus Atleti. What's your score prediction? Yeah, guys, let us know what your score prediction is. Mine at home against this Besiktas side, who's been so incredibly poor. I will probably say, I need this file to send. Holy, my Wi-Fi is trash. I want to get it to Producer T. Whatever. Hi, Josh. My score prediction is probably 2-0 Dortmund. Because just Besiktas is just so poor. We got 2-0 prediction. Hello, Josh White. How you doing, my man? You guys say the audio is fine, so we'll roll on that until the file's sent, and then hopefully, Wi-Fi. 2.8 mil is what it costs to terminate Schultz's contract. Okay. I am here. Why Knauf doesn't start here at right back? I don't think they view Knauf as a right back. I think if at the very furthest back, they could potentially line up in like the 3-4-2-1, and they could have played him as a right wing back. I think it's more than likely playing as a fullback or playing as a winger. How likely is Zachariah to Dortmund? I don't know. There's going to be Premier League interest, and I think the biggest issue is that if Gladbach look to sell him, in January because they know that they're going to lose him for free, they may try to push him out of the Bundesliga. If they allow his contract to come to an end, then I think there's a pretty decent chance. It'll all depend how it goes down, but I don't know. I say there's a good chance right now, but we'll have to wait and see. Leipzig won against City. They did. It didn't mean anything, though. As far as I know, it meant absolutely nothing. Well, I shouldn't have said that because if Bruges would have won, but I mean, in the end, no, it didn't really matter. They finished third place with 7 points, and Club Bruges was in fourth. So PSG won against Club Bruges, so that decided that. Not too bad. Apparently, we haven't even qualified for the UEFA round of 16. No, we haven't. And that's an interesting fact that you point out. We will have to play, from what I understand, we play a two-legged round of 32 in a way against one of the second-place teams. So, obviously, there's a certain amount of second-place teams that will go through. All the first-place teams in the Europa League get a bye to the round of 16. The 8 Champions League teams coming down will then take on 8 of the second-place teams. And the winners will then join the first-place teams in the round of 32 or round of 16. How far is Gio from being a bench player? How far is he from playing a game? It's a good question, man, and I unfortunately I just don't have the answer to that. I'd like to think that he could be on the bench sometime in December, would be my guess. Should have played Prongacic. Yeah. I mean, I would have started Prongacic over Hummels. We'll take a look. Here, this is a starting 11 for Borussia Dortmund. They're lining up today in the 4-3-3, which is interesting, guys. It's a new shape, guys. So drop a like. Drop a like on the stream for a new shape. You don't always see it, but just kidding. You've seen a lot of different shapes this year. We're lining up in the 4-3-3 today. Kobel's in net. Right back is Muniz. The 2 center backs is Hummels and Zagadou. So eyes on Zagadou for me. Very curious to see what he's going to give today starting an actual game, which is interesting. Left back is going to be Schultz, which, it's Schultz. The 3 center mids, we got Witsel, Bellingham, and Dahoud. Witsel obviously hanging the deepest, which will allow Bellingham and Dahoud to head up there. It could also potentially be played in the 4-2-3-1 with Witsel and Dahoud as the 2 CDMs. We saw Bellingham kind of play as a left attacking mid against Bayern. He may do this again with Wolf at the right attacking mid. Royce could play on the wings or plays a Cam and Mullen up front. So I do kind of think it may be played in a 4-2-3-1. But once again, we will have to wait and see. And my file is almost sent, guys. We're at 70%. Okay? So the Wi-Fi will improve. But yes, guys, we'll take a look at some other predictions that came in. We got 2-1, 2-0. A lot of 2-0 predictions. We got a 3-1 as well from JJD TV fan. Josh, when does the winter transfer window start? I don't know if I know the specific date, but it's the start of January pretty much. The game Milan versus Liverpool is free on Italian TV, so I'm watching it while listening to you. Very nice, my man. Think we'll sign anyone in January? My gut tells me no. What about Madueke at BVB? I don't think it's likely. We'll have to wait and see if it happens, but I wouldn't hold our breath on that. It'll be interesting. Potentially from a summer standpoint, we'll look at it, but it looks like Adeyemi is the player who will be coming in, so I don't think we'll sign Madueke, period. Hi from cold Brussels. The BVB wins today. It earns 2.8 mil, and then, okay. Guys are just taking shots at Schultz today. But yeah, so it is somewhat important, guys. We are the home side. We're against a very, very poor Besiktas side who could potentially go 0-6. And if we win, we get 2.8 mil. So, it is what it is. Would Zachariah be an upgrade? I would swap out Witsel for Zachariah for 2 reasons. One, it's a like-for-like swap. You'll see Witsel leave for free, and you'll see his high wages leave with him. And you'll get a direct replacement in Zachariah that comes in probably decent wages and in the same kind of role. He can also play as a center back. He does that for Gladbach quite a bit in like a 3-4-3 setup or 3-4-2-1. You'll see Zachariah play at the heart of the center back in the back 3. So that's very, very useful in my opinion. And on top of that, he's got Bundesliga experience. He's familiar with Marco Rosa. He is a player who I would relish coming in. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Do you guys want yes or no right now? Do you want to see Zachariah join Borussia Dortmund? Yes or no? What other club do you like other than BVB do you like? So I mean, I live near Toronto, so Toronto FC is like my local club. So is Forge FC. So those are matches I actually get to go live. So obviously like those teams. I've always liked Napoli. Always really liked watching them play. I have a soft spot for Barcelona. Going there, watching Messi score live. I've mentioned that quite a bit. But everyone always asks me, what's your Prem team? What's your Prem team? Growing up, I watched Chelsea quite a bit. Okay? I sometimes hide from the fact because I know a lot of you guys don't like Chelsea. I don't watch Chelsea at all. I haven't watched a single Chelsea game this year. But I did watch Chelsea quite a bit growing up because here in Canada, you didn't have access to anything else besides the Premier League. So it was just one of those things. So, just not hiding away from that. Why isn't Haaland starting? Because he played probably more than they thought he was going to in the Klassiker, gave him a little bit of rest, which I thought was nice to see. I didn't want him to start this match, and he's not starting this match, which is, in my opinion, good to see. I like the 4-3-3. I'm curious. Like I told you guys, it could be up today in a 4-2-3-1. It could be in a 4-2-3-1. Bellingham could easily go up at the left attacking mid with Wolf, Royce through the middle, Molland up front, which I would honestly almost prefer to see. I'd almost prefer to see that just because I think Royce is just so much more influential in the game playing as a cam. Hey, is Rudiger an option for BVB? I doubt it. I think he's going to have a lot of other interest. I don't think that BVB are going to get him on a free. We'll have to wait and see, though, guys. I honestly do not know. Actually, I do feel like I know. I don't think so. What's up, Josh? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I am doing good, my man. How are you doing today? I'm assuming you're going to keep a nice special eye on some of the Besiktas boys, specifically, our Canadians. Good to have you in the chat. Rudiger too expensive. I agree with that. Beast Hunter because this game doesn't matter. So no, yeah. This game means nothing, guys. The only thing that would matter is getting that extra like 2.8 million euros, which would be nice. But Rudiger is a free agent. He is a free agent, so I want to make sure that that is well known. He is a free agent. However, I don't see Dortmund's going to be a legitimate option for him. AR9 is in the house. Said he told me about Molland. Molland has scored in 3 of the last 4 games, AR. So, if he gets this one here, man, he's still rolling. And that's... Let me know what players you want to see tonight, guys. For me, I want to see what Zagadou can bring. Very, very interesting to see how he does today, as well as my boy Daniel Molland. I want to see the streak continue. Well, not continue. He didn't score against Bayern, but you guys get what I mean. I want to see him have a pretty good little game here. But if you guys are just joining us in this chat today, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. See if we can get close to 50 before kickoff. It's possible. It's possible. Andrew says, honestly, we've talked about Schlotterbeck yesterday. I don't know why, but I love the idea for the summer. And I've told you guys, because I'm very critical, and I try to be very honest when you guys tell me, Josh, what about this player? What about that player? I'm an open book. I will tell you what I think. It doesn't mean it's right. But when you guys were saying Schlotterbeck yesterday, that was a W in terms of a realistic BVB player ready for there. We will check every single check mark that you possibly want, and I could totally see Borussia Dortmund pursuing him this summer, along with Zachariah on a free and Adeyemi. Those are 3 players that I think would drastically change Borussia Dortmund, and I'd like to see what would potentially happen there. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see. But let us know if we have any Besiktas fans in the crowd, guys. Because I am Canadian, so there is that nice Besiktas Canada connection there. So let me know. Dortmund finishing second again with the Pokal every season. No, we obviously the number 1 goal is to win the Bundesliga. That is the number 1 goal. And I went on the LOL pod. We talked about it on Unsackable podcast yesterday. I talked about it in the 5 takeaways. I've given my opinion on the Klassiker, and it was a huge opportunity loss for Dortmund. It was unfortunate. Individual mistakes along with some poor refereeing decisions is what it is. But yeah, but Zachariah is needed, Yash, and I agree with you. Just the like for like swap with Witsel is just so perfect. Zachariah does have a few injury issues somewhat, so we'll have to wait and see how that does. Josh, do you like Barca or Benfica? Let me know what watch-alongs you think I should do tomorrow or Thursday, guys, because it's the last game, and Dortmund is going to the Europa League, and I want to win that competition. So I want to chat with you guys when the table is all done. So I'm looking to do a watch-along tomorrow. I'm probably going to do the Barca and Benfica one, and then I might even do the Leverkusen watch-along or the Frankfurt watch along on Thursday. If you guys are interested, let me know in the chat, guys. Just let me know, like, hey, Josh, I want you to do this game for watch along because I want to talk about the standings tomorrow when the Champions League's done, and I want to talk about the standings when the Europa League's done to see who Dortmund could potentially get matched up with. So let me know, guys, in the chat, because I do want to do watch-alongs today, tomorrow, and Thursday, just because it's the end of group stage, and it's going to be fun to take a look at who potentially Borussia Dortmund can take on in the round of 32 in the Europa League. Mullen is going to destroy Besiktas defenders. I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping so. Zakaria or Kamara? Zakaria makes more sense to me. I would honestly maybe prefer Kamara, but Zakaria makes more sense because of the experience with Marco Rosa and his Bundesliga experience as well. So more than likely, Kamara won't be an option. Have you been to a Dortmund game live? I have. I watched it in 2018. Dortmund beat Frankfurt 3-1. Unbelievable. One of the coolest experiences I have ever done. Dortmund should try it for Frank Kessie. I guarantee he's good. I love Frank Kessie, AR9. I would take him in a heartbeat, man, but I just don't think he's a realistic option. Dr. Nike, cheers, my man. Got some Turkish fans in here as well. The GOAT. Cheers, my guy. Cheers. Hope you're doing well today. Timber is my favorite CB for BVB. Mine, I mean, I would take him in a heartbeat as well, but I mean, Schlarbach is still, he speaks to exactly what this team will be looking for. I want to see Dybala, the GOAT. Paulo Dybala. Schlarbach is really a beast. He is, man. And man, Freiburg are just so good, man. Schlarbach seems underrated after watching him a bit on TV or on YouTube. He is, man. He's gonna get a look. I don't see Anthony, guys. I see 130 mil-ish signing up front. And that is going to be, from what I'm reading and what I'm seeing, Adeyemi. So that rules out Anthony. It rules out a lot of different players. But yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. Bamba's release clause is 25 mil. Bamba's been better this season. I do agree with that. How's my Wi-Fi holding up? My thing is sent. The email is sent. The Wi-Fi is back, boys. The Wi-Fi is back. Drop a W. Drop a W, guys. The Wi-Fi has finally come back. We sent producer T a video. So we're laughing now. And hopefully with you guys joining in, you'll be able to drop a like on the stream. Let's approach 50. We're about 5 minutes away. So the timing to send that was just impeccable. I did a good job. Got a couple W's coming in. But let us know, guys, where are our Turkish supporters tuning in today? We know we got some Besiktas fans coming in here. Let us know. I'm going to go through Besiktas' starting 11 as well. They're lining up in the 4-2-3-1. Couple players, as I mean, Michy Batshuayi, us Dortmund fans, guys. We're familiar with Michy Batshuayi. Kyle Larin as well for me is a good one. Wellington's a solid center back as well. It'll be an interesting game. I am kind of excited to watch a game that has no pressure. Looking at our bench, we got Holland on the bench, Renier, Tigges, Knauf, Paslak, Prongacic, Guerrero. Only options really coming in. Emre Can is suspended. On the bench, I mean, Atiba Hutchinson, my other Canadian, is the one I want to throw out there as well. Vida as well. You guys are probably familiar with him. But we got a strong bench. I'm hoping maybe Holland comes on, if he comes on at all, for like 20 minutes. Renier will probably play a little bit. Maybe Knauf, maybe Guerrero. But that is the starting 11 for us today. And it should be a fun little matchup. All right, let's scroll down here. Adeyemi is needed as much as Schlotterbeck and Zakaria if Witzel leaves. Witzel will 100% leave. So yeah, those are my three right now, man. Schlotterbeck, Zakaria, and Adeyemi are my guys. They are my guys. Europa League is looking as strong as the Champions League with the possibility of Barca. But yeah, I asked you guys which watch-alongs we should do. Angie says Bayern and Barca tomorrow. Bayern and Barca as well. Any Europa League ones you prefer, Frankfurt or Leverkusen, guys? Let me know. Need to make a decision. Can you do a Dortmund Besiktas watch along? I am, my man. That's what we are doing right now. I mean, I'm not sure what happened with Hitz and Berkey and why they're not even on the bench. But we'll have to wait and see. Ferhan is overrated. Josh, thoughts on Darwin Núñez from Benfica? It's an interesting one. I'm going to try to get Adrian on the channel for a little transfer. I'm going to do like a transfer, like a potential signing transfer video I've been working on for a little bit. I'm going to try to get Adrian on to talk about Núñez because he watches each and every match. I've asked him a little bit on a personal note, but I'm going to try to sneak Adrian. So Adrian, if you're in the chat, man, I'm going to bug you to get you on the channel again to talk about Darwin Núñez because he has been linked to the to Dortmund as a potential Haaland replacement, which will be interesting. But let me know if you guys are tuning in from Turkey today. Every time we do a watch along on a Turkish side, we do get some love. So toss in a flag, guys. Let me know where you're watching from today. And let me know. I'm watching from Canada. Always fun. Why is Guerrero not playing? He got a lot of minutes coming back from injury against Bayern, same as Haaland. They're both will probably play 20-ish minutes today. I hope they don't play at all, to be honest. But we'll have to see. Max Aarons, no Pjanic. Yeah, it's a former Juve player. Interesting that he's not in there. I support Trabzonspor. Is YouTube your full-time job? I work for a podcasting company and YouTube and a little bit of stuff for Dortmund as well. So those are the kind of three ways I make money. Well, it has a 2.7 million buck pressure. That's true, man. That's true. We do need money. So yeah, this game matters, guys. This game matters. Let's get decide who we sign next. But we are only a couple minutes away from getting started here, guys. I'm going to put up the live ticker, I think. Maybe not. Is there not a live ticker for this one? Okay. I assume there was. Let me just try to get that up for you guys. 4-0 is my prediction. 4-0. Yeah, I'm thinking 2. I don't know why. It's not like the strongest squad, but I'm thinking 2-0. Huh. I don't know why I can't find the live ticker. I've been saying that for months. Get rid of Hummels. Hummels is going through a difficult time right now, guys. Klosterman to Dortmund would be unreal. I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. I know. I'm a Debbie Downer. Klosterman would be perfect. He would be absolutely perfect, but he's just not a realistic option for us. Andrews and Tapsoba would be nice. Angie says to do the Leverkusen watch along. I'm going to do that one. But we are underway, guys. So if you are just tuning in, guys, be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Drop a sub as well. Get your predictions in because kickoff has just happened. We are underway. And I'm going to try to get the ticker for you guys up on the screen so you have something to look at. All right. So you get my pretty face for a couple seconds. And now we're going to bring up. All right. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that's nice enough for you. I think it looks nice. What do you guys think? Look good? I think it looks good. Decent little opportunity there. Curious to see how Zagadou does. I have the other tickers up. It's annoying. I feel like I like it more. Give me a yes or no, guys. Does the ticker look good, or do you want me to put on another one I found? I think it'll be fine. It's fine. Missed a lot of comments, but whatever. We'll get to them. We'll get to them. Okay. Love. A lot of love coming in, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're underway, and us Dortmund fans, man, we don't have a crazy amount to worry about. Do just only 2.7 million to worry about. But whatever. We get it. It'd be great. That's a nice little run. We're underway. Nice little ball. Defended well. I think our last 3 games of the round in Bayern, we have a chance to get back to 1 point different. We do have a nice schedule coming up, guys, which is going to be nice. So that, you never know. We got so much talent. I can't wait to be called for the youth team. Rachel Gittins. Yeah, Kamara. I'd be excited for Kamara Kubali as well. Got a couple predictions coming in. Besiktas. Liverpool 4-0. 0-0 prediction. 5-1 Dortmund prediction. 3-1. 2-1. A lot of interesting ones coming in. Josh, do Leicester Napoli. Maybe. I tried when I do other watch-alongs, I try to do Bundesliga ones if I can. But either way. Got a couple Turkish supporters tuning into the chat, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. And if you are a fan of Besiktas, let me know. Let me know if you do love our boy Kyle Larin and our good man Atiba Hutchinson as we're underway. Josh Timber from Ajax could work as a center back and right back and could be a good target. I agree. I 100% agree with you, my man. I just don't know if I've heard any rumors around it. We'll have to wait and see, but he's the type of a realistic one. I personally think Schlotterbeck will be looked at ahead of Timber, but doesn't mean that that's not going to be an option, because I do like the ability to play as a right back as well. I think that's very valuable. Kind of similar as Adeyemi being able to play as on the wings as well as a striker or even in a dual striker. Kingston says, take note of Zagadu's performance tonight. I agree. The 2 number 1 people I'm watching tonight for Dortmund, guys, is Daniel Malen, because I want to see his form hopefully continue. Because I do think he's got a big role to play this season. He's had a frustration start. He's had a much better performance all in all. That's nicely done there from Axel Witsel to find Wolf. And the other player is Zagadou, because this is his start, man. He's really, really struggled this season, and he struggled staying fit, which is frustrating from him. Timber from Ajax is the obvious option for our next buy. Young, solid, but we'll probably ignore him to buy another attacker. I mean, when I look at Marius Wolf, when I picture a center back signing, you guys hit the nail in the coffin when you suggested Schlotterbeck from Freiburg. You'll see it if you see the trends of how Dortmund like to sign. They would feel much more comfortable going for someone who's now young, German, talented, and has been picking up good minutes and good performances in the Bundesliga. And that's Schlotterbeck for Freiburg. Where Timber is playing in the Netherlands. And honestly, maybe Malen put a bit of an issue on targeting young players like that, because it's not always a seamless transition. So that's why I think Schlotterbeck would be a much more obvious option over Timber. But Timber's ability to play at right back and center back is definitely important. But nice little chance there, led from Kyle Larin as Besiktas pick it up. How much is Klosterman? Would he'd be a good replacement for Hummels? Guys, I praise Klosterman a lot. He and Lacroix, but they're not realistic options, man. We're not gonna sign them, and that's like the big thing I'm trying to drill into you guys' mind. When you guys again, I'll just be. I try to be brutally honest, because I don't disagree that Lacroix or Klosterman would be excellent, but they're not going to come to Dortmund. I don't see it. My guess is a player like Schlotterbeck, and he just makes total sense. Zachariah makes sense because of the Rosa connection, Bundesliga experience, and of course, the fact that he's free. And then Adeyemi is where they're investing their money in. It's sort of similar to what we're going to see and what I expected from the last window. I expected big money, Malen, a loan signing or a free signing, Prongacic, and then potentially another loan signing or a 15 mil type signing. So that's kind of what we're looking at there with Schlotterbeck. I don't know exactly what he'd be going for, but he'll be a little pricey with Adeyemi definitely be a little pricey. And then, of course, the free transfer of Zagadou. Does Amazon Prime also start in Canada streaming games? They started in Germany. I love it. I don't think so. I have Amazon Prime, and unfortunately, I just don't see it. He would be around 30, 35 mil, and Klosterman fits the description that you just said, German, proven, and young. He does, but I could be wrong, guys, and because I agree, Klosterman does fit the description. And Lacroix does too. I just think that we're priced out. I think that they're just too expensive. But yes, I mean, they do. And I try to put it's hard. I try putting the description of Lacroix versus a player like St. Just for an example. Like Lacroix is just going to cost too much money. But I can't speak to that because who knows? Who knows what kind of money we're going to have to spend? But we'll see. But I would take Klosterman in a heartbeat, man. In a heartbeat, I would take him. Dr. Nike says he can't believe how overrated Adeyemi is. Ooh, not what you want to hear. Here comes Dahoud. Tricky little ball. Looks like there's a penalty to one of the teams of Ajax. I don't know who scored it. You guys know who scored the goal? It's a goal now in the other side. I'm not sure who scored it, Ajax or Sporting. The best teams in the world are the ones with backup that can cover and make rotation. And if we don't have the best positions, maybe next year it'll be better. Yeah, I guess. Zachariah is a center back, are essentially this summer. I don't care too much if it's Timber, Schlotterbeck. I prefer Schlotterbeck. Adeyemi would be the cherry on top. Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not taking anything away, man. I would love Klosterman and I would love Lacroix. I just personally, seeing how Dortmund do transfer business, because it's already looks like it's set in stone that Adeyemi's coming in. That seems like it's set in stone. So I just don't know who the next option would be. I think Schlotterbeck would be the cheaper type of option to a Lacroix or a Klosterman. It's a good little ball there from Jude Bellingham, who does well. We'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see. Yash is heading out. Take care, Yash. Hope you're doing well. But let me know, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the potential signings. There obviously has been some recent rumors. Darwin Núñez is the potential Holland replacement. And like I said, the Adeyemi replacement is completely separate. I don't understand it is that Dortmund is a big global club that you spend like a mid-table team. I wouldn't quite put it like that. I mean, it's an interesting debate, and it seems like this is going to be a fun little conversation around some transfer news because we haven't done it in a while. But, I mean, Dortmund is a big team. But they don't spend the way, and they don't have the money even that a lot of the Premier League sides do. They're strategic. They like putting pressure and investment into younger players, which is why you see Gios, Bellinghams, you'll see Adeyemi's come in. That's kind of how they function. There's no way around it. You're not going to see the big money splash. And they did try that. When I talk about bringing in Schultz, bringing in Hummels, bringing in Brandt, bringing in Hazard, they did go that route. And I think we could arguably say those transfers didn't really pay off. That was a good little look there from Kyle Larin, but does well in the end from Gregor Kobel. But Mullen's back in. He went off for a couple seconds. Looked like he got a little bit of a knock. Dortmund don't go to teams and buy expensive players. We do the risky approach and buy cheap. Yeah. Zachariah having a terrible injury record is something that is important to note, and I don't disagree. I think just the fact that he's a like for like, he has experience with Marco Rosa, and he's on a free transfer coming in for a swap for Witsel. Because if not Zachariah, I'm curious to see who will come in. Really wouldn't consider Schultz a splash move. You would say that, guys, but we dropped 25 mil on him. He was absolutely a splash move. All those players were. We spent big. Nico Schultz, 25 mil. Hazard and Brandt were a combined 25 mil. Hummels was 35 mil. That's a ton of money in one summer. Something that was so poorly invested, man. So the amount of money, you can imagine spending that today and going for different types of players. It was really poor, the investment. A lot of those players didn't quite work out and really went against the grain of what Favre wanted at the time. I know the Dalio swap for Hummels was frowned at, but regardless, I mean, Schultz was a big purchase. Give me 25 mil now to spend on a left back. I'll gladly find another one. How about Ricardo Pepi from Dallas, Josh? I would not take Ricardo Pepi, no. I keep saying I think a good fit for him would be Wolfsburg, especially with Weghorst potentially leaving. But I don't think Ricardo Pepi is ready for a side like Dortmund. Josh, would you like to see Zagadou versus Holland dance off? It's interesting. It's an interesting one. I think I'd put my money on Holland. I'm not gonna lie, but I am from Poland. Very cool, my man. Anyone tuning in today, let me know where you're watching from. Throw in your beautiful countries wherever you're tuning in from. We got some Canada love on the chat. I know that. Sebastian, where are you tuning in from today? Poland as well. I know I recognize a few places where I know that are going to be in the chat. I don't see Timber or Anthony in our team. They won't be in our team. Anthony essentially would be ruled out because of Adeyemi. Maybe Timber. I can't rule that out. I wouldn't mind it. But we'll have to wait and see. Got people tuning in today from Belgium, Norway, Netherlands. Matt, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that's Australia. Am I right? Norway, Zurich, and Turkey. I love it, guys. If you're new to the stream, be sure to drop a like. Did we hit 50 likes yet? Drop a sub as well. As Lucas says, he's tuning in from Croatia. 12 minutes into our match here. 2.8 mil on the line. So we need this win. We don't need Anthony, that flopper. No, Anthony's such a good player, though. I would take him, man. But I don't. Again, I feel like it's a poor ball there, intercepted nicely from Marius Wolf, who had a poor ball in the end. I believe it's a goal kick. Tuning in from Denmark, very nice, with Croatia as well. A couple Croatians in the chat. It's a decent ball. But unfortunately, it did come off of Bellingham. It's out for a goal kick. Besiktas had a very poor Champions League campaign, and they're having a tough time in the league this year as well. I obviously keep an eye on them because of my Kyle Larin and Atiba Hutchinson Canadians on them, and it's been not a lot of fun this season at all for Besiktas. So Dortmund should be pretty heavy favorites in this match, being at home. Even without Holland, I just expect Dortmund to find a way through. But yeah, Holland's on the bench, as is Guerrero after playing in De Klassieker, playing a good chunk of minutes. A grueling and probably very emotional game. I'm glad that they're not starting, nor do I think they should. Nice. It was a good little look from Bellingham, but I think it's out for another goal kick. So Dortmund need to win by 6 to 10 goals to qualify. I think we've accepted the fate that we are in the Europa League. Josh, do you think Dortmund should try to shape Malen to more of a winger with Holland, Malen? They will never get many minutes. I guess. Man. It'd be interesting to see. Nice little ball coming in. Finds Royce, drills it over. We got Isha tuning in today. Isha, I know you're watching this game today, aren't you? Surprised we didn't rest Bellingham. I am too. But yeah, I don't know if we should shape Malen into a winger or not. It's hard to know because I think he's got attributes to play in both. But Isha, how did your test go, my man? Did you get the results back or not yet? Not all money we spent in 2019 added into the depth in the team. Yeah. Adeyemi is a good on Football Manager. Brian comes in, the Europa League dagger to our hearts. And he's not wrong. Yusuf comes in, drops in a nice little emoji in there. Nice little ball from Royce. Finds Schultz. Nice ball. Finds Jude. Oh, Bellingham. Fed up with Dortmund ignoring defense after this season. Hopefully we'll address it sometime this summer, man. It's an obvious way we need to take a look at. We need to completely reconstruct that back line. Clubs in Germany pay taxes for everything. I want to see Haaland in the Premier League, not La Liga. I don't know where I want him, to be honest. I just don't want him to go to Bayern. I got a Besiktas fan tuning in here as well. Got a Peruvian tuning in. Very nice, very nice. Josh, what are your thoughts on Marco Rose so far? I don't fully know how to rate him, man. I don't, because he hasn't had the full squad available to him. We have had unbelievably poor luck with injuries. We're even picking up another one for Brandt with a very poor concussion. Obviously, scary stuff there. But we'll have to wait and see how he does, because it's hard to judge when he's not able to put in his identity, his touch on the team, because he hasn't really had anything to really work with. Every week it seems like it's going to be different. He's played a lot of different systems. So I'm trying to hold off. Oh, that's a good little ball there. As Mullen had a good chance. Trying to put off a little bit. But I mean, there are certain performances that have just been very difficult to watch, on top of the fact that there's been some poor performances and poor points dropped. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Give me a rating out of 10. How do you rate Marco Rose's tenure with Dortmund so far? I wish we could have got Tomori for cheap. He would have left Chelsea. Yeah, Tomori's doing very, very well in Italy with AC Milan. I think he would have fit into the Bundesliga nicely as well. Nice little ball for Mullen. Finds Witzel, a little bit of pressure from the top of the box. Finds Dahoud. That's what you want to find. A Dahoud belter. Looks like a lot of sixes coming in. Got a 7.5, 6.5, questionable subs, tactics, but always having to change the squad due to injuries. Yeah, like I said, it's hard. It's really hard to give him a proper rating. Solid 6 for Rosa, but the potential is high. Hola, Jorge. Angie, rocking a different language in there. It's nice to see. Paslak would never play for Gladbach. Paslak has barely featured, to be fair. Nice ball. Finds Royce. A 7, so many injuries, 7.5. Had to deal with the budget. So yeah, so there's some forgiving numbers. I mean, some of you guys are saying 7, 7.5, and the injuries have a big part of that. Plus, we are getting results. But I'm assuming a lot of the 6s and the 5s that come in is completely to do with the fact that that there hasn't really been an identity, proper formation, and we haven't really played great football, to be fair. But again, it is hard knowing that your best players aren't available and knowing how important Haaland is for this team. But again, injuries are part of the game. So you do have to take that in consideration, that the best of managers sometimes, I mean, I know injuries are what they are, but you need to find a way to get this team playing, in my opinion, a little bit better. So I'd probably say like a 6.5. And I think that's probably the average. Did you hear that Terzic is the final for the Leipzig job? I hope he doesn't take it. I hope he doesn't take it either. I'm not sure if he will or not. Here comes like a little chance for Besiktas, but cleared out pretty nicely there. I gave him a 5 because despite our injuries, saw no progression. Not really fair to judge him till the end of the season, in my opinion. I think that's fair. We still need Hummels. He has many other qualities aside from speed. I know the big issue with me is I think Hummels is one of the most gifted technical players and one of the best center backs you're ever going to find with the ball at his feet. And he's starting to make some mistakes with the ball at his feet. And he's not known for pace. He sometimes has his defensive problems. And when his ability with the ball at his feet starts to slip, that's when us Dortmund fans really need to start asking some hard questions, because that's what makes Hummels who he is. And if he starts doing plays like he did, giving the ball away and sloppy with it under pressure, not being concentrated, then he's not really offering much to the side. And that's what worries me. But as I say that, Hummels did win it over, and Hummels is playing on the right today. As you guys know, Hummels does like playing on the left in a back four, but with Zagadou being a lefty, Zagadou is in the back four as a left center back, and Hummels is a right center back. Thoughts on Zagadou currently? I'm a harsh critic on Zagadou, just because, I mean, even before injury, he's cost us a few games. But he's also been injured so much that he's starting to frustrate me. But I want him to stay fit. He's going for a nice little run there. Decent little cross from Zagadou. But yeah, I don't know what my opinion really is on him. I want him to be fit, and then I want him to prove that he's good enough to be a Borussia Dortmund player. But the injuries are so constant, and we have a lot of injury problems with this side, which makes things really, really frustrating. Good ball over to Thomas Meunier. When is Brandt coming back? I have not seen. Has anyone heard any updates on Brandt and when he's potentially coming back? He's never been known for speed, but any young player on the field will feel more secure with Hummels behind him. Yeah, but and again, in my opinion, Hummels is a very unorthodox type of center back. And I think a lot of his strengths are with the ball at his feet. He is I don't know what you say. He is a calming presence. I don't know. He's on this decline. We'll have to see how much he is actually able to contribute. That's a nice little ball to find Meunier. Goes for the cut back to Dahoud. Fouled. No, he's not. Who's going to win this game? I'm saying Dortmund, but that's a sloppy pass from Michy Batshuayi to find Dahoud. To Royce. Back to Dahoud. And here comes Marius Wolf. Top of the box. Dahoud's on it. Dahoud just wants to hit it. Nice little ball. Oh, Daniel Malen. Daniel Malen, man. Apparently, he's giving Rosa the thumbs up. Could be training and ready for Saturday, possibly. That's good to hear. I mean, I knew it was concussion. From what I read, I think he was knocked out cold, which is scary. Concussions are not easy to deal with. But we wish him the best. Hummels is a good defender, but getting at his age where he can't be his best, and why we need a new defender. We need a new defender anyways, because we just simply don't have enough of them. Brandt has to go through FIFA protocols for head injuries before he can come back, which is good. I want those in effect. Should have sacrificed defending for ability on the ball. Go Besiktas, nicely done. I think Prongic for me is the fifth center back behind Akanji, Hummels, Chan, Zagadou, which means without injuries we don't need him. I wouldn't say that because there's always injuries. Zagadou should not be considered. Zagadou, when you're looking at depth, Zagadou should be considered half a player because he's just injured all the time, which is something that has just become a pet peeve for me with him. It's a nice little ball, nicely done between Royce and Malen. Looks over, Royce and Bellingham to find Daniel Malen. Really good stuff. And that's why that's why I really like him in the middle of the park. Royce at his age, man, is just so much better as a cam than he is anywhere else. Do you think Zachariah is better than Chan, Witsel, or Dahoud? I mean, he's a very different player. I think on the defensive side of the game, he makes me a lot more comfortable. Specifically Chan. He's just, I don't know. He's going to offer something. He's got speed. He's got defensive awareness. He's familiar with a lot of them. But I mean, it depends on where you want to look at him. Because I sometimes don't rate Chan in the middle of the park. I think he's reckless and he gets us in trouble. So that being said, I thought he had a really good game against Wolfsburg. It all depends. He's a very inconsistent player for my liking. Zachariah is a little different, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think it's a good move for us. The Bundesliga experience, familiar with Marco Rosa, can play as a center back, CDM. What's not to like? Well, his injury history, that's what's not to like. The thing I'm loving about Mullen is when he has space, he shoots. He does, but he has not been very successful with it. And I do when he was playing on the wings, I always said Daniel Mullen has the ability to cut onto his right and take a shot from almost anywhere. He's not afraid, and he's scored a few. But he's got a really poor record because a lot of them have just been average shots or been blocked. But yeah, he is not afraid to shoot. That is for sure. How long has Dortmund had Zagadou and Dahoud? I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure we had both of them. I think we had Dahoud since 2017. No, am I wrong? He was Gundogan's replacements. We've had Dahoud for a while. I don't remember when Zagadou came in. I thought he came in 2018, maybe. We should try to buy Saliba from Arsenal. He's going to go down to the bench and not play for Arsenal. I don't know. I think Saliba's having a pretty good season at Marseille from what I am remembering and what I'm seeing. Should Dortmund go from Mugelli from Leipzig? Yes, but again, I don't think that's a realistic one. I think we get priced out a little bit, but there's a lot of players from Leipzig that I rate and I would take. I still don't got how BVB lost to Sporting, bro. It was frustrating, man. It was frustrating. It was a poor performance. It was. I believe there's individual mistakes in there, specifically Schultz, and we've been giving away opportunities to other teams all season long. And the more we keep doing that, the more trouble we're going to get into. That's a nice little ball. And here's a nice little rush. We got Bellingham with it. Royce to one side, Mullen to the other. Slides in Daniel Mullen. I'm excited because it's my boy Daniel Mullen. That's 2.7 mil in the bank. And that's four goals in the last 5 games, right? That's what it was. 4 goals in 5 games. Mullen, Pog. Tor, that's a W, guys. Drop a like. Drop a like on the chat for Daniel Mullen if you have not done yet. Put a W as well. Pretty sloppy from Wellington here. Just kind of being nonchalant with it. Wasn't really well taken. And it can put you under pressure. There's a quick counter. Schultz with a nice heads-up play. Nicely done from Bellingham. And look at the runs from both Royce and Mullen. Time to perfection was really nice. Definitely onside. Well taken from Mullen. And just hit it. It didn't seem like the most convincing hit. He hit it with his left. Keeper probably should have done better, but I'm not complaining. That's Mullen's second Champions League goal. It's a really poor goal to give up, to be fair. Yeah, it's poor. It's a poor goal to give up, but I'm not going to complain. Daniel Mullen, that's what you get when you shoot, and that's what one of you guys in the chat was just talking about. He literally said the thing I love about Daniel Mullen is that he's not afraid to shoot the ball. And we just saw it. 1-0 Dortmund. Mullen scores 4 in the last 5. Who do you think will win the Europa League, Dortmund or Atletico? What are some of the other scores, guys? Let me know. I haven't looked at the other scores yet. Is Atletico crashing out right now? Tomori just scored for Milan. Because it's Porto and Atleti, right? And then Liverpool and Milan. So Milan. We'll take a look at halftime. We're 30 minutes in. But a man in form. 1-0 Milan. I mean, Barca might also be there. They will, guys. And that's why I said I think I'm going to try to do a watch along. Potentially. We'll see. For tomorrow and Thursday. Sevilla will win it again. I hope Sevilla doesn't go to the Europa League. I hope Sevilla goes to the Champions League. But it's a really poor goal to give up by their keeper, man. Oh, Bellingham taken down pretty hardly there. That's got to be a yellow for the Besiktas defender, and I believe it is. Where was this team while we needed it? Well, to be fair, like I said, guys, Besiktas has had a really, really poor season so far. They're 6-3-6 in the league. I think they're sitting 9th in the table. It's just it's poor from them. They're not finding the success they had last season. If they lose this, they'll be 0-6. Pointless from 6 in the Champions League. Montero just picks up a yellow card there. So this Besiktas team is not one that's thriving right now. So Dortmund are taking it to them a little bit. which you should expect. I miss Hakimi so much. Should have bought him. Yes, I agree. I don't know if I had much more fun watching Dortmund when they had that lightning counterattack with our boy Sancho, Hakimi. It was so much fun. That's a really good ball there to find Thomas Meunier, who's had a pretty decent runs. The balls have been poor coming from the right-hand side. His distribution is poor, but we're pressing the ball and winning it back, which is nice. Because you can see Meunier getting a little bit frustrated there. Bellingham takes it, hits it from distance, and that should be a corner. At this moment, Atletico is last and out of the Europa League. Oh, Atleti, man. Oh, Atletico. That is so poor. Who would you guys rather out of that group join us in the Europa League? I'm assuming you'd want Porto over Milan or Atleti, but yeah, it could be a packed Europa League, man. Napoli's in there, Dortmund, Barcelona, maybe Atleti, Sevilla. That's scary, man. It's a scary Europa League. Josh, what's your bath bomb scent? It's a very interesting and personal question. I'm more of a lavender guy myself. I'm just kidding. I have not taken a bath in a long time. I shower. Not dirty. Oh, that's a poor ball there. Decent ball coming in, but Meunier does well there to defend. Porto or Milan? Yeah, I think so too. If we get a good defender in the winter, Europa League might be a chance. I wouldn't expect, guys, anyone being signed in the transfer window in January, really. I don't see it. Craziest Europa League. Could you guys imagine, though, the Europa League this season? It looks similar to a Champions League, having potentially Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Dortmund, Barcelona. That's wild, man. A little bit scary because I wanted to win the competition. We got Napoli in there as well. that's a really good ball from Royce to find Marius Wolf. Decent ball, but Wellington was there, defended quite easily. Josh, did Hakimi and Haaland play at Dortmund at the same time? I forget. I believe they played together for half a season, guys. Am I correct? I believe so. If we win 7-0 and Sporting loses 6-0, does that mean we're through to the round of 16? I honestly, I don't even 100% know. I don't think so. Did it go to head? It went head to head or goal difference? I don't remember. From what no one has ever said that Dortmund have a chance. I'm assuming because those two score lines are ridiculous. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was head to head. We lost 3-1 and then 1-0, so we'd have lost to Sporting on head-to-head, so I don't think it matters. Some people say it does not. It's head-to-head? Okay, then no, we don't stand it. Whatever. We're not going to qualify, so I don't even want to think about it, man. Atletico Madrid needs Europa, so Pepe is not going to go to Atletico, man. There's no way that's a legitimate rumor. They already have way too many strikers as is, and Pepe will not add anything to Atletico. That's a random, probably not true rumor, in my opinion. Pepe needs to go somewhere where he'll play. Here comes Mullen. Try to be cute with it. You say do not play Ranier because he will go back to Madrid, but did you say the same about Hakimi as well? It's a difference. Hakimi was vitally important to this team. Ranier is not. Ranier, in my opinion, doesn't offer any more than Knauf would. So if I'm looking for a substitute, I'd put on Knauf because he's a Dortmund player. He's someone that we're going to have, someone that we can develop. Hakimi, you had to play him because he's one of the best, if not the best. He was the best fullback in the league. He was incredible. You obviously play him. It's a very different story there. And we had a chance to sign him, and we chose not to. So that's on us. No one you can blame. We tried to go strategy, went for a free Thomas Meunier over 40 million, Hakimi, and put our money elsewhere. So again, very different players there and different outcomes, because I don't think that even if we could, I don't think we would want to sign Ranier. He's done nothing to prove and gain a position here. Pepe should go to Ajax or Wolfsburg. I agree with that. But it depends, though. Like Sebastian Haller, you're not getting in front of. If Weghorst leaves, which I think he will, He's fighting with Nemeka, who can play different positions. So I still think Wolfsburg is a better look for Ricardo Pepi in terms of trying to find minutes. But Atletico Madrid, Dortmund, none of those teams should be good for Pepi. You could even argue Ajax. They got Danilo there. They got Sebastian Haller. He needs to play. But I've liked some of the passing that's gone on today between Dortmund. I thought they're playing very well. They're pressing nicely there. Bellingham with a deep one in, but collected nicely there. Why isn't Dembele the best player in the world now? He had so much potential. Injuries and moving too early, in my opinion, were a big reason for that. Ousmane Dembele is one of the most naturally gifted players I've ever seen. When he played for Dortmund for that one season, at his very young age, he was spectacular. He was very good at Rennes as well. But look at the shot attempts, guys. Shot attempts are 10-0, and shots on target are 1-0, with being a very, very poor goal. Nice ball back to Zagadou. Wolfsburg has been a graveyard for young U.S. men's national team players. Then pick a team where you think he'll play, man. Atletico is not a team where he'll play. And that's what you need. You need to develop. You need a chance to get minutes. If it's not Wolfsburg, then maybe Frankfurt. They're struggling up top. Paciencia and Bora are not doing the job there. But nicely done. One back. Oh, ref. That's in the box. That's a penalty. There we go. Believe that's in the box. Or is it just outside, potentially? I think, maybe it's just outside the box. Assuming VAR will take a look at this. Let's take a look where Royce was. Yeah, it was close, but I think it's outside the box. Nicely done by Royce. Is it Kyle Larin? It is. Kyle Larin. Ooh. The foul was outside the box. Thought it was going to be a penalty there. Kyle Larin picking up a yellow card. Dahoud is so-so tonight. Salah scored. Josh, where do you think Mullen will go if he never went to Dortmund? Maybe Everton? Team like that, maybe? Where are you watching it, Josh? I'm watching it on DAZN Canada. That's where I'm watching the game. If you guys are just tuning in with us, be sure to drop a like, guys. Drop a sub as well if you're just joining us here on the channel. Let us know your thoughts on the match. We have a free kick coming up for Marco Royce, and Dahoud looks to be over it. Kyle Larin picking up a yellow card, taking down Royce just outside of the box. Gonna have to see what Royce can do here. Ooh, ugly free kick from Marco Royce. How long do you think the UEFA Conference League will last? Do you think that it will make enough money for UEFA to keep it around? I have no idea how much money it's making, but I don't think it's a very... I don't know. It's a way to get some smaller nations around to play in Europe. I mean, I don't dislike the idea. I don't know how well it's done. I really don't. I don't know if it's been a hit so far. I don't know what they were expecting for numbers. I don't think I've ever really watched any games, to be honest. I think I've watched Tottenham a couple times when Conte just got appointed, because I was curious to see how he was going to line up Tottenham, but I don't even know if I can watch the game sometimes on DAZN. They're available, then they're not. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be kind of embarrassing for them to scratch it so early. Maybe the knockout stage will be different, man. Group stage games can sometimes be boring. Nicely done there. Josh, if Dortmund was in the Prem, where would they finish? Maybe like 6th to 4th, somewhere in there. 7th to 4th. It depends, man. I don't think anyone really knows the answer to that, but I think the big three in the Prem are well and above everyone else in the Prem right now. So I kind of see them competing with the likes of United, Arsenal, Tottenham. Can we still qualify for the next round or no? As far as I know, no, we cannot. I think it was head-to-head, and we lost 3-1 and 1-0 against Sporting, so we were eliminated because they had more goals. They had a better goal against for head-to-head than we did. Have you ever seen how fire Jamie Gittins has been for a youth team? I've seen some highlights. There's a lot of young, talented players that we have coming up. But again, Mukuku was one of them, guys. So just because you're lighting up at youth level doesn't mean you're going to necessarily get that to club level. That's nicely done there from Marco Reus and Mullen. It all depends how they take care of their progression and development. And Mukuku's had a really tough time since he's came up to the senior squad. Still scoring goals. Don't get us wrong, but it's a nice ball. Finds Dahoud to Witsel. 41 minutes in, getting close to halftime. The way we'd be playing, we'd be finished 12th in the Prem. It's an Everton type of season. Very congested midfield here. Do you think China will reach their goal to become the #1 football team in 2020? No. China will be lucky if their league doesn't fold. They have done nothing right. And their league is more than likely going to fold because of the stupid amounts of money they spent on ruining players' careers, giving them a lot of money for them to be crap. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't. It's what they're doing over there is a shame, and because of it, they might be out of a professional league. Nice ball to find Dahoud. Oh, ref, and there's the penalty. All right. Who's going to take the penalty, guys? Is Mullen going to step up for number 2? Smalling going to step up for number 2. It's a red card for Wellington. Ooh, man. Besiktas put themselves in a hole. Really good ball, to be fair. Look at Marius Wolf, man. That's cheeky. Sends Dahoud in 1v1. I'm assuming VR is going to take a look at this, make sure that it was legitimately a red card and pen. But let's take a look at Wellington. Does he... Yeah, there's contact, man. I don't know if this is clear and obvious. Wellington is not having it. I'll take Chan. Chan's not starting. But I guess it was definitely another yellow. Wellington's off, guys. Penalties coming up. Royce, it is Royce. Marco Royce is over it. With Guerrero not being on, Chan not being on. Royce did score his last penalty, I believe. Who has the most potential to be a better soccer nation by 2034? India or China? I'm not convinced by either. China was naturalizing a lot of players, which by 2034, all those players won't be eligible. I'd probably go India just because I just don't think what China's doing is good enough. But yes, Angie, I got that you were kidding around, but it is Marco Reus. They did the VAR check to check out the red card. And I believe it was still given. Wellington is off. Oh, they're checking out the red card. No. Mullen should take it. I'd like to see Mullen take it. It'd be nice to see him get a brace. But they're taking a look at the red card from Wellington. I don't know. I don't know if this will be given. Right? He gets contact with him. I don't know. Do you guys think it's a clear and obvious mistake, or do you guys think it's a pen? Let me know. Put in the chat. Pen or no pen? What should have been done for Bayern? Yeah. The use of VAR. Look at that. But it looks like he catches him from behind a little bit. There's not a crazy amount of contact. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because the call on field was red card. And if it comes down, it looks like he's still giving a pen and that it's a red card. So it's interesting because a lot of the time when you go to the VAR to take a look, it gets overturned, the official call. But it doesn't look like this is going to be overturned. It looks like he's sticking with his... Because it's not... in my eyes, it wasn't clear and obvious. There was contact. He was through. But I'm surprised, man. Good for the ref. Because, again, a lot of the times when you go to VAR, you change your mind. And the ref stuck with his gut. There was contact. It wasn't clear and obvious mistake. It's very harsh, yes. But now Wellington's out. Dortmund at home got the chance to go up 2-0. Marco Reus to take the penalty. It's tough there for Wellington, man. It's tough there. But Marco Reus to step up. He's had his penalty troubles, so hopefully he can put it behind that. He scored his last one. We'll see if he can score this one as well. It's Marco Reus. And without a doubt, it's 2-0 Borussia Dortmund. 10 men Besiktas are looking to be in real trouble now, man. Real trouble now. Josh, I have a biology final tomorrow, but haven't gone to class all semester. I need 100% to pass. Any tips? Don't show up. But 2-0. Well taken penalty from Marco Reus, guys. I really did enjoy seeing a nice composed penalty there. Very interesting. Halftime will be coming up very soon. And we can take a look at some of the other as 3 minutes were added on. The 3 minutes have pretty much been played here. And it looks like halftime will be approaching, man. But that's a harsh red for Besiktas. Pretty much puts the game out of reach. So, you know. But Angie says it was a harsh red. It was harsh, man. It was harsh. But it wasn't a clear and obvious mistake. And those are the rules. He saw contact. It wasn't clear and obvious. He stuck with his gut. Wellington's out. Royce scores 2-0 Dortmund. And it looks like we'll finish with 9 points from this. This one is halftime's here, guys. So let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at some of the other scores here. Liverpool and Milan is 1-1. Right now, in the full tables, Porto's going through. Milan is third, and Atletico is fourth. Very interesting, man. I kind of want to see. I mean, yeah, Atleti can still go through as well. It'd be kind of embarrassing for Atleti to finish fourth. That would be pretty brutal. They're the away team right now. Today, Suarez got pulled off in the 30th. Not really the start you're looking for. It'll be curious to see the way that one goes out. But that's a really tough group going on right there. The one group that's done for the day, we'll take a look at, as you guys obviously know what it is. First place is City. Second, PSG. Third is RB Leipzig. And fourth is Club Brugge. So Leipzig joining us in the Europa League. Ajax is up 2-1 against Sporting, who both sides look to start pretty decently. A lot of rested players for Sporting, to be fair. They know that it doesn't really matter, and they've already gone through because of the work they did on us. Madrid's up and Shakhtar's up. I don't think it matters for Shakhtar. Madrid are top of the table. Inter are second. Sheriff are guaranteed Europa League, and Shakhtar Donetsk are going out with nothing. So the only real important group that's going on right now is the stuff that is going on in Group B, which is open, man. It's absolutely open. Really interesting stuff there. I kind of hope Atletico make it through. I don't really want to see them crash out. It's embarrassing. But let's go over now and talk to you guys in the chat. Let us know your thoughts on the games going around, your thoughts here. And if you were just joining us, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Drop a sub as well. And we'll get into the chat with unlucky, but Dortmund needs to win. Yeah, they need to. I mean, there's 2.7 mil euros on the line, and that's about it. Where did you get the scoreboard? I grabbed it from Live Score, soccer or football or whatever it's called. Yo, Josh, is goal difference not the tiebreaker? Honestly, guys, I'm not 100% sure. I've been told about 50 different things. From my understanding, since we lost to Sporting 3-1 and beat them 1-0, on head-to-head, Sporting have us beaten 3-2. So it does not matter. So even so, we'd have to win 7-0 and Sporting would have to lose 6-0, which is not going to happen. So Dortmund's in the Europa League for whatever of the two reasons. If anyone knows the legitimate rules, feel free to let me know in the chat. I think it's head-to-head, which means we lost out 3-2 against Sporting. Because Sporting, if you guys did not notice, started a very weak side today. They did not start their better players. They gave a lot of players rest. And we sort of did too. Which tells me we already know our fate. So third place from each group goes to the Europa League. Does fourth go to Conference League? No. So in the Champions League right now, guys, just to give you guys an update of how Europa League works as well as Champions League, top 2 from the Champions League all move on to the round of 16, where a side in 1 will face 2. You guys all get that. The third place teams in the Champions League go down to the Europa League. In the Europa League, the first place teams get a bye to the round of 16. The 8 second place teams in the Europa League will do a 2-leg affair against the 8 third place teams from the Champions League. So Dortmund's a third place team from the Champions League. They could, for example, if Napoli finishes in second place, Napoli versus Dortmund could be the round of 32. Then the winner of that joins back up. The 8 winners of those 2 legs join up with the 8 first place Europa League teams who got a bye. The fourth place teams in the Champions League get not a thing. They are just simply done. So if Atletico finishes 4th, they are done. And I believe the same goes for the Europa Conference League. The third place teams in the Europa League, the 8 will go down and play the second place teams in the round of 32, while the first place teams in the Conference League get a bye to the round of 16. The winners will face them there. That's how I believe it's worked. But if I'm wrong, correct me, guys. So there's a lot of different teams we could potentially play. Will Bayern win the Champions League this year? They certainly have a chance. Reina is back in training. Thank God. Good to see our boy back. Do you think Messi's PSG form affects his legacy? No, I do not. Not at all. We lost head-to-head to Sporting, so even if we won 10-0, we wouldn't qualify. Yep, BVB is out no matter what outcome. It's head-to-head. So there we go, guys. That's why Sporting is starting such a B team today. Dortmund as well. We lost head-to-head, which is, yeah, the reports were out that we've been eliminated. Another very good team in the Europa League is Atalanta. Yes, that is true. If they get knocked out, or even Villarreal, they're strong as well. I think United already qualified. Sporting is second no matter what happens tonight. Bayern isn't impressive so far. Yeah, I agree with that. Bayern hasn't had the most impressive season. In my opinion, we were the better team by a little bit in the Klassiker, but individual mistakes is what it is. Josh, what do you think about Schultz's performance tonight? It's been decent. Besiktas had 0 shots on target. I mean, he hasn't been tested whatsoever. So I mean, he's been okay. I mean, I don't think the delivery. I mean, Meunier has been bombing up and down the pitch pretty consistently, and I think his deliveries today have been quite poor, in my opinion. I don't know. Let me know who stood out to you guys. Give me 3 names from the first half who stood out to you. I thought Mullen was good. I thought Royce was good. I thought Bellingham was good. Those 3 kind of stood out to me. Zagadou is playing decent. I mean, again, our back 4 hasn't had to do much, so I'm looking more at our fullbacks and what they did on the attack. And every time Meunier has gotten to a dangerous position, he kind of reminisces of what he did last season. A lot of good runs, a lot of good movement, terrible balls. British Empire says that the red was quite harsh, and it was. It was harsh, and inevitably it sort of ruined the game. What is Lewandowski and Götze never left Dortmund? We would have been very, very good, because I think Götze would have had a very different career if he didn't leave, and Lewandowski would never have stopped scoring. But whatever. Nothing we can do about it now. Bellingham, Zagadou, and Mullen. Why don't we go after Noni Madueke? Same profile as Sancho, because we will be signing Adeyemi, guys. So any wingers that you guys thought we were going to sign, as long as we sign Adeyemi, I don't see one coming in. That's my opinion. If the Adeyemi deal falls through, then maybe there's some other names that will come up. But in my opinion, I'm like 90% sure Madueke is not going to play for us. The 30 mil will be put towards Adeyemi. Dahoud is playing very well. Dahoud's been decent as well. It really annoys me that one of few games that doesn't mean this season we finally get some. Yeah, I feel you, man. Big question on US soccer Twitter. If you had to fight either a chicken every time you got in a car once a year. I don't drive really at all anymore because I work from home. So I guess every time I feel like getting in the car, I'd beat up a chicken. I don't know. With Akanji out till January, it's important Zagadou does well. Where did you see that Akanji was out till January? I have not seen that news yet. Do you guys know that? Is that a fact? Is Akanji out till New Year? Because if so, yeah, Zagadou would be nice to step up and get some good minutes. Mullen, Royce, Jude, got to be those three. Schultz is doing well going forward, but not being tested, in my opinion. Dahoud is playing decent in the midfield, showing why we need to get him on the midfield. We need to target 3 players. Nico Schlotterbeck, Zachariah or Kamara, and Adeyemi. British Empire, you're spot on. He nailed it. Except for Kamara, because, I mean, I love Kamara. I've personally talked about him a lot. I just don't think we've never mentioned him. But yeah, I mean, if we got Nico Schlotterbeck, if we got Zachariah, we got Adeyemi, that's a W all day, every day. Which player you dislike the most at Bayern? Probably Neuer. And it's not like I dislike them. It's just when I look at Neuer and when I look at Thomas Müller, I see Bayern and I see so much success, which means so much not success for Dortmund. The arrogance about them, which again, like if I was a Bayern fan, they'd probably be my favorite players. But since I'm not a Bayern fan, and I don't dislike them, I don't dislike anyone. Actually, let me change my mind because I like my background's from Germany, so like I don't dislike Neuer. I just don't like what Neuer and Müller do against Dortmund. So I'm gonna change it to Benjamin Pavard because I don't rate him at all. Are we gonna buy him on the winter or summer? I don't expect any real deals to go on in the winter, so far from what I've read. It's true, Akanji's out till January. So yeah, Zagadou getting minutes is very important then, guys. Or Prongicic as well. If one of the guys could step up for some consistent performances, it would be very nice. This is a good start for Zagadou as well. Mainly because it's an opportunity for him to get his feet wet, get some minutes in there. Which is good to see. Obviously, Prongicic is on the bench, so there is the option if Zagadou picks up an injury, which, you never know. We should bring on Prongicic, Knauf, and Holland. Maybe, man. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to play Holland in a game that means nothing. Josh, what is the point of Dortmund signing a winger? We don't need any right now. I disagree with that. I don't know of the formation that only has one. We play in a 4-2-3-1. That is in my opinion, that's Marco Rosa's identity. That's the system he wants to play, 4-2-3-1. Brandt is playing well on the wings, yes. And then we had to play other players sometimes on the wing that don't really fit. I mean, Marius Wolf, I don't disagree. I think Adeyemi would be perfect. I do. Adeyemi will be a good signing. He'll be able to play as a striker. He'll be able to play as a winger. He's young. He's talented. He's German. He's a good investment, but he's not the priority. I think getting Zachariah through the door and specifically a center back is more important, yes. But I know how Dortmund are. They love their young attackers, which is why Adeyemi will inevitably become a Dortmund player. Zachariah and Adeyemi will probably be. The only question is whether it'll happen during the winter break or at the end of the season. Very interested in that. I would feel Zachariah would be at the end of the season. I think it depends on a few different things. I'm worried about that because... Why is my Wi-Fi? Come on, Wi-Fi. Be better. I worry about that because if Gladbach want money, they may look to shop Zachariah in January, and I'd be worried that Dortmund would lose out to some Premier League teams. But if Zachariah has got his heart set on Dortmund, he can just wait out his contract and leave for free. So I feel like if Zachariah is going to come in, unless Gladbach's willing to play ball and send one of their better CDMs to Dortmund mid-season, then it worries me. So we'll have to wait and see. But in my opinion, Adeyemi, if we have the money, would maybe come in January, but I still think that's unlikely. I think Zachariah coming in would probably be in the summertime because it would have to be on a free agent deal. And then if we get any center backs, I mean, I'd be surprised, but I haven't heard any rumors. So we'll have to wait and see. Nice to watch a low-pressure game for once. Yeah, zero pressure and Mullins scored. It's nice. Josh, you're nice because I dislike them with a burning passion. Will Schick be a good replacement for Haaland if he leaves in the summer? I don't know. I really hope Haaland doesn't leave. I don't know what they're planning with Adeyemi and Malen. If they see one of them starting as the main striker, how much money they're going to reinvest. Darwin Núñez is being linked. Schick is a good goal scorer. I don't know, man. We're going to see. I like Muller. They all play for a national team, so I don't hate any of them. So that's why I changed my opinion to Benjamin Pavard, because I just don't rate him. Hey, Josh, what have I missed? You missed a pretty dominant performance from Dortmund. Besiktas didn't offer anything. I think the shots on target were like 12, or shots were 12-0. Shots on target were like maybe 3-0 or something like that. Malen scored a nice little goal, a nice little through ball from Marius Wolf, a little one touch over the head. No, that was a penalty. Malen got put through and scored a goal, which should have been saved. It was a poor goal. But he hit it first time, and it was nice. And then Marius Wolf played in Dahoud, and he got fouled, and it was a red card. Wellington went out, and Royce scored the penalty. So we're up 2-0, and Besiktas is down to 10 men's. Pretty harsh. Hey, Josh, glad I could catch a live stream. Thanks for the chat yesterday. How's the performance been tonight? Just got off work instead to see how Big Zagadou can cope. Not a problem, my man. Hope you're doing well. Glad you could catch our live stream. And yeah, we've dominated. Besiktas they're just not up for it, man. It's been you can see the statistics on the screen right now. Possession, shots, chances, everything's gone Dortmund's way. A very harsh red card is already even more decided the game, being up 2-0. And nice to see Malen score a goal. And in the chat, right before he scored, a viewer said, I love the thing about Malen is that he shoots from anywhere. And it was a low percentage chance. And he took a shot on and he scored it. So he scored 4 goals in the last 5 games. It was really good to see from Malen. And Roy scoring back-to-back penalties is nice as well. We want to fit and form Hazard. Hazard's injury troubles worry me a lot too, man. Looks like we're going to have a substitution here. And it is Renier coming on. I wonder if it's going to be for Royce. That would be my guess. No, it's for Thomas Meunier. Okay. Okay, Renier, is he playing right back? What is going on here? Thomas Meunier coming off. Interesting. I don't understand why. Love you, Josh, mate. I appreciate the kind words, guys. We're coming back in now for our second half here, guys. So if you want to drop a like on the stream, it's always appreciated, as well as a sub. As the second half's about to get underway, both sides making a substitution. A defensive switch for Besiktas to probably cope with the sending off of their center back. But we're underway. Josh, you say Dortmund should rebuild the back line. What would your dream realistic defense then? Well, I would keep Guerrero because I don't think he's going to be pushed up, and I think we're going to have to get used to him at left back, which I'm fine with. I'd keep Akanji. I'd bring in. It's tough. I'd bring in Baku if I could at right back. I mean, he's attacking too, which maybe is not what I'm looking for. I mean, I'd bring in Klosterman as well. Because Klosterman can play at right back, can play at center back. I'd go Boubacar Kamara, Klosterman my right back, Boubacar Kamara my center back, Akanji, and Guerrero. There you go. That's a dream. It's somewhat realistic, but not really. But yeah, those are players I'd like to see. We can buy him around 10 million euros in January and sell Witsel to Juve for around 5. Luke, potentially. I don't know. I just don't know if Gladbach would be willing to sell him to Dortmund mid-season for 10 mil, especially after the Rosa situation. That's why someone's going to outspend Dortmund for Zachariah. That's why I'd be worried. I feel like if he wants to go to Dortmund, he'd have to wait to leave on free, because I don't think Gladbach would do business. I think Gladbach could get more money from a Premier League side for a cheap Zachariah deal than Dortmund. That's my opinion. I don't know. And I think Witsel would only leave it in January if we could find a replacement. And I would like to see Witsel stay for the end of the season, leave on free, and we get Zachariah on free. It's a nice ball from Kyle Larin, and a terrible effort out for a goal kick. Formation change from Allen with a question mark. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I got to keep an eye on it right here. I don't know what the change of shape would be. Renier coming on. Oh, yes, I do. So I'm assuming, guys, Marius Wolf would drop back to right back, and I am right. Yeah, so never mind. It was pretty easy. We're still playing a 4-2-3-1. Kobel's in net. Right back is Wolf. Center back is Hummels. Zagadou left back. Schultz. CDMs is Dahoud and Witzel. I think a left attacking mid is Renier. Right attacking mid, Bellingham. Center attacking mid, Royce, and striker, Mullen. Trying to see. That's what I assume. It kind of looks like Bellingham might be even playing at right back, actually. Interesting. So if Bellingham's right back, I can't even tell. Maybe it's a 4-3-3 and Bellingham's playing at CDM. I don't know. Let me know what system you guys think we're playing. Can Wolfsburg still go through? Yes, they can. Kobel has been one of our best transfers. You're spot on. Wolf as left back. Wolf is playing right back, it looks like, right now. Nicely done there. Schultz is with it. Looking for Dahoud. Yeah, maybe it's a 4-3-3. Wolf at right back. Still Witzel, Bellingham, Dahoud through the middle. Mullen. Looks like Royce is on one wing, Mullen's on one wing, and Renier's playing as a striker. Very confusing stuff, guys. Let me know if you disagree. Nice ball, finds Renier. Nicely done from Renier. But it looks like Renier's playing through the middle. It looks like it's a 4-3-3. Witzel, Bellingham, and Dahoud, the three center mids. Royce kind of looks to be playing as the left wing with Mullen the right wing and Renier as the striker. Confusing. For me, would be Rafa, Akanji, Klosterman, Mukeli. And again, I would take all of those. I know Dortmund, and they're just not realistic. More than likely, it'll be Schlotterbeck, Akanji, Guerrero, and Meunier next season. That's it. That's one change. Hummels will still be in there as well, but I don't know. I just don't see them reconstructing it yet. I don't think they've given up on Meunier, Guerrero, or Akanji, but I could maybe see them investing in another center back. We'll have to see. British Empire says, I don't like Renier. I don't know why. Well, he's not a Dortmund player, man. He's a loanee, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Hasn't played very well for us either. It's hard to think Wolfsburg still in the Champions League. Yeah, they have a chance, man. Wolfsburg can still qualify. Everyone in that group can still qualify. I believe they're taking on Lille. Could be wrong, but that's who they would need to win. Do you think all three Portuguese teams will advance to the round of 16? I didn't think Porto was going to. Let me know what the scores are, guys. I had a feeling that Atletico would find a way to score tonight. But am I wrong? Is it still 0-0? Schlotterbeck advertised himself to Bayern. Well, hopefully Bayern doesn't bite. And we do. I have to see, though. Do you think they're going to score? I think... Which team? I think Atletico is going to score. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling Atleti will find a way. And I think Dortmund will probably score at least one more. You're telling me with more game time and confidence, Renier will not be valuable up front? Open your eyes. Renier's done nothing to show that he's worth investing in. So, yes, I agree. I unfortunately for Renier, I don't hope we sign him and he'll go back to Madrid on loan. And I hope we never do something like that again. Quit loaning young players that don't do anything. Unless it's Hakimi, unless it's a player like Hakimi that you're going to buy. Because like I keep stating, the chance somehow, some way could have been there for Dortmund to buy Hakimi. They chose not to. Nice ball to find Mullen. He's going to hit that one. But no, I don't know. I think Renier has done damage to his reputation for his time at Dortmund because he's really done nothing. But let me know if you disagree. Kingston obviously does. Kingston seems to be a bit of a fan of Renier. Let me know if you think. I mean, if you were Dortmund, would you sign Renier? Would you let him go back to Madrid on loan? Because I don't know what they'd rate him at, but he's certainly not worth, to me, 20-ish mil, which I'd expect them to go for. Nice ball to find Bellingham. We should have bought Hakimi for 40 million. Oh yeah, we should have. Big mistake. Some good pressure coming in. Dahoud. Oh, Marco Reus. Oh, Marco Reus. That was cheeky. That was cheeky. That was cheeky, man. Damn. I would like Knauf to come on for Reus, and Reus can get some rest. I would like that as well, especially now that Reus just scored. Do you think Hummels could perform in a back three formation next year if he had a reliable, ideally Schlotterbeck? Yeah, I've always said that. Look at this goal from Marco Reus, man. Oh, Marco. That was cheeky. Nutmegging the defender. Oh, man, what a goal from Marco Reus, man. And then just the tiniest of finishes. But yes, I've said it many times, man. The Hummels' best position is in a back three with two good, fast center backs. You put Schlotterbeck at the outside left center back, Akanji outside right center back, Hummels as your quarterback, central center back. That's a back three. But Marco Rose, in my opinion, doesn't like playing a back three. I think he wants to play a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. So that puts a lot of pressure on finding a proper center back. And Schlotterbeck and Akanji, I think, would be a really good duo. But I'm sorry, guys. Can we just drop a W in the chat? I mean, that was one of the nicest goals I've seen Royce score, or anyone score this season, man. That was gorgeous. 3-0 Dortmund, putting this one well and above out of reach. Prime Royce. Porto almost scored. Honestly, Dortmund buying Renier would be stupid financially. I agree with that. How many more goals do you think we need for the goal difference? There's no goal difference, guys. We are eliminated. It's head-to-head, and we are out. Griezmann scored. Ooh, I'm going to toss that on because I want to see that goal. That's a big, big W there for... Where is the Atletico game? Antoine Griezmann getting his reputation back from a corner. And Antoine Griezmann just keeping a little eye. And Griezmann rocking the number 8. Still weird to see. But all right. Atletico back in it. Let's take a look at the live table now for Group B. It's Atletico jumping up to second. Liverpool with 16 points. Atletico with 7. Porto in third and Milan going out. Damn, man. Antoine Griezmann. Good stuff there, guys. Good stuff there. If you cared who won that one or not. I love how as soon as I am in, they score again, but still want him to get some rest. Yeah, I'd be fine with that as well. And Liverpool scored as well. Sebastian's just got all the knowledge coming in for us today. How many more games do you want BVB to score for fun? I'm not sure of the question, Alan. Marco Reus is my favorite player in all of football since his glory days at Dortmund. But yeah, we're not going through... What teams would be a treat for Dortmund in the Europa League? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think like Spartak Prague, for example, I think they're an option that could potentially finish second place. Genk could be a good one. They're in third place right now. There's a chance that they go through. There's a few. I mean, there's a lot that would be nice. You'd want to obviously avoid, like even like Russia. Like I'd want to avoid Sparta Moscow if they finish in second. I'd want to avoid Napoli, Leicester. There's a lot of teams you'd want to avoid. But it could be tricky, man. It would suck. Round of 32, Europa League, Napoli, Dortmund. There's Mats Hummels with a decent outside of the foot pass, but it was intercepted quite easily. Porto third would be what I want for UEFA Europa League. I agree with that. And it looks that way. If Atletico can hold on to this win and Liverpool are up 2-1, it looks like Milan is going 4th place right now. I think Leipzig and Dortmund in the Europa League would be interesting. Well, they're both guaranteed to be in there. So we'll have to wait and see how they do. Angie says no Barca. Man, honestly, if I was to pick a team I think that we would do better against and we would win, I think we would do better against Barca than Benfica. Barca is atrocious this season. Really, really poor. They're in my opinion, they're not a massive threat even in the Europa League. I think Napoli's a better team. I think Barca would really struggle. So I kind of just hope I do hope they make it on and move on to the round of 16, and then they'll get eliminated, and is what it is. Barca are really weak this year, though. And you could argue, I mean, Barca lost to Benfica 3-0. You could argue that Benfica would be the harder team in the Champions League, or in the Europa League for us. Yeah, Martin Braithwaite. He had a few goals early on. Here comes Marco Reus with it again. I'd get Reus off probably soon, man. Why not? Like, you don't want to risk him. He's had good minutes. I'd take him off within the next 5 or so minutes. Bring on Knauf would be nice. Renier to Bellingham. I'd take Bellingham off too, to be fair. And for you guys who didn't know, Jude did get a fine of 40,000 euros and did not get a suspension. So he will be available for the Balcom game this weekend, which was nice to see. There was some worry there that I thought maybe they'd be really harsh and give him a suspension, but it's nice to see that they didn't. But we got a corner kick coming up, and it is Dahoud over it, getting on the set piece specialty right here as he's going to look for Bellingham. And Bellingham did not want to hit it there, who puts it back to Dahoud, and it's offside. Why is everyone here to watch? He's unstoppable. What do you think? How serious will Dortmund take the Europa League? I don't know, man. I'd like to think, like, I'd personally, if I had the choice to win between the Europa, and let me know right now, guys, this is a very interesting question. What would you rather win? I'm not going to put the Bundesliga in there because I think everyone would agree that they'd rather win the Bundesliga. That's like the top priority to end the dominance of Bayern. But if we were to take a look at it, what would you guys rather win if you could win one? The Pokal this season or the Europa League? Let me know in the chat right now. Pokal or Europa League? Who do you guys want? I would take the Europa League, in my honest opinion. Back-to-back Pokals are nice. I'd like to do both, but if I had to pick one, I would pick the Europa League. Nice ball. It's competition we didn't win. It'd be super cool to win it. And I remember really, really enjoying the Europa League, watching it when we lost to Liverpool. We should have been the favorites, and we started in the Europa League all year long because that was Klopp's last season. Tuchel came in. We were the best team. We should have won the Europa League that season. Somehow we fell apart against a really bad Liverpool team, man. So I want some redemption here in the Europa League. So I hope they take it seriously, and I think they will. But every single one of you guys has said Europa League. Why not both? You know, why not both? I did say one. Europa League for the money, and it's still cool, man. Winning an international competition like that is pretty cool. United's done it, loved it. Sevilla's done it a few times. Atletico, who's a similar stature to a club, in my opinion, to Dortmund. Atleti's crashed out in the Champions League. They went on to win the Europa League. It's a great competition. I know it's annoying that we lost and we lost out. I know it sucks. But I mean, hey, if we go out and we win the Europa League this season, that's what I'm going to remember. If Dortmund win a pen, let Kobel take it for his birthday gift. How many points does BVB need to go ahead? In this, we finished third guaranteed. In the league table, we're 4 points behind Bayern. Come on, Galatasaray. The Europa League would be more profitable. Pokal more attainable. Europa League would be better, though. Yeah, everyone seems to be in the same agreement. And I hope we do win it, man. I'll be covering all the Europa League games. I'll be watching them all. I'm assuming a lot of you guys will be as well. And I'm really hoping that we can do something dangerous. Rosa letting him release all of the Champions League anger on Besiktas. They got a double substitution coming out now, guys. We got Erling Haaland and Paslak. Two very different statures right there. It is Paslak coming on for Marius Wolf, so Paslak will be going in at right back. Wolf getting some rest, and Haaland will be coming on for, I'm assuming, Royce, or maybe Bellingham. Maybe one of my two guesses. It's going to be Haaland for Royce. That makes sense. Marco Reus had a good game. Someone came in the chat and said, let's talk about Marco Reus's goal. Reus had a brace tonight. Good performance. His second goal was sublime. Such a good goal, man. Whew. Who do you think will stay at Dortmund from our youngsters? I mean, Haaland, Mukuku, Reina, Bellingham, and more. I think Haaland was the first one to leave. Then probably... It's hard. It's hard for me to think that, because I think Bellingham loves Dortmund a lot and would like to stay. I just don't know what will make him break to end up leaving. So I kind of think who will stay the longest is I'd say Haaland, Bellingham, Gio, and Mukuku. We don't know what Mukuku is going to turn into. That's nicely done there for Hummels, who's having a pretty good game from the back as well. Renier to Daniel Malen. Jude, nicely done from Bellingham to Paslak. Oh, Paslak taken out there. Reina wants to go to City like his dad. I think the pressure from Liverpool might get Bellingham to leave. I think Bellingham will stay 1 or 2 more seasons. I truthfully believe that. I think he knows that he's still so young. He's not in a massive rush. He does love Dortmund. We see that. You see the passion. Even from his comments yesterday shows how much he's into this side. I don't know, man. Kingston not impressed that Paslak's on, but Kingston, my man, this game means nothing. Not a thing. So, I mean, it makes sense why Paslak's on. We're in a 4-2-3-1 right now, guys. Bellingham and Witsel are the two CDMs. Dahoud is playing at cam. Malen out at left attacking mid. Renier right attacking mid. And Erling Haaland playing at striker. So back to our 4-2-3-1. Yo, we can qualify. No, we can't, guys. We cannot qualify. We've been eliminated. It's head-to-head. Would you rather buy a backup right back or a new center back? Center back is priority, man. I don't need a new backup right back. We have a bunch of right backs. Meunier is our right back. Wolf can play at right back. Chan can play at right back. Murray will come back at some point. Paslak as well. But you get my point. That's a ton of options there. Center back is a much more prominent area because we may not sign Prongicic. We may go against it and sign hopefully a pretty solid CB at some point. I think Bellingham will stay till 2024. There's a clip of Gio smiling when... Oh, there's a red card in the Atletico game, guys. Anyone watching that game? Who picked up a red? But there's a clip of Gio smiling at the Pulisic missed goal during the Champions League final last year. Interesting. Someone picked up a red, though, in the Porto Atletico game. Uh-oh, looking like it... Oh, is it Carrasco? Oh, that's a soft red card. I don't know if you guys are watching that. Carrasco picking up a red, man. That's pretty harsh. That's a stupid play by Carrasco, if you guys are watching that. It's sad to see you guys in the Europa League, but hope you guys can at least win the Europa League and the Klassiker and the Super Cup. I mean, I would love to win the Europa League, and I'd be absolutely pumped to do it. Like I said, Atletico in stature is a very similar club to Dortmund, in my opinion. They finished third a few seasons ago, got into the Europa League, and they went on to win it. And those celebrations, I'm sorry, they loved it. And I think it'd be similar for Dortmund. If we finish third, which we are, we go down to the Europa League and we win it, you're going to see nothing but smiles at the end of the season. So it's still a very good competition. But an interesting one, we'll keep an eye on that Group B. Carrasco picking up a red card. They're sitting in second place right now against Porto, which means Porto would potentially come down. Some heated moments coming in here. Pepe picks up a yellow. All hell's breaking loose now at the Porto and Atletico game, guys. I'm switching back and forth a little bit. Very interesting. A lot of heat going on over there. I'm curious to see if Gio will return, if there'll be a lot of competition for the cam spot, so he can play more as a winger. I think Gio's gonna struggle to break in. My hot take of this season was that one of Brandt or Gio were gonna struggle. And it looks like Brandt is finding success, which means that Gio potentially could be in some trouble trying to break into this side. Oh, that red card going to come up for an even up play for Wendell. I don't know if you guys are keeping on this Atletico game, man. There's a fight breaking out left, right, and center. And Dortmund scored, by the way. And I'm sorry, you got to check out the other game. Schultz had a nice cross. And there's a little bit of quality. Erling Haaland. Josh, look what Schultz doing. Yes, against a 10-man Besiktas side. It was a nice cross. It was a nice header from Erling Haaland. It's 4-0. There's a really nice goal, man. Really nice goal. Europa League is a Mickey Mouse tournament. Ooh, not true. Europa League is a good competition. And I don't like when people badmouth it, because it's a competitive competition. It's a really good one. A lot of players love to win it. Sevilla winning it 3 times. Atletico's winning it, or 3 times in a row. Thoughts on Murray? I like Murray. We'll see what happens if he can come back, if he'll get healthy. I think Wendell just picked up a red card as well in the Porto game, seconds after. I'm just keeping an eye on both games because they're going absolutely ballistic in the other game. But Erling Haaland had a beautiful header there, guys. Nice cross from Schultz. Our man loves it. Josh, look what Schultz is doing. I can't believe it. Yeah, it was... Man, it was nice, man. It was nice. It was a nice goal. Thoughts on Zagadou? Well, I think Zagadou's having a good performance so far, guys. I really do. I think Zagadou's having a good performance. I think it's a needed performance, considering that we need him basically to pick up the pieces where our boy Akanji is missing out on. But it was a really composed finish from Erling Haaland, guys. You gotta love it. I have little hope. 4-0 Borussia Dortmund, man. Running over. Josh, are you behind? I don't know. I'm switching back and forth on my DAZN, so I don't know if it paused the other one or not, but Dortmund are running riot right now. Why can't Dortmund not qualify? Dortmund can't qualify, guys, because it goes head-to-head. So Sporting beat us 3-1. We beat Sporting 1-0. So head-to-head, we both won 1. It goes to goals for, goals against. Sporting had 3. We had 2. They go through no matter what happens. Which is why Sporting getting ran over today isn't a surprise, because they rested all of their good players. But there's 2 more substitutions coming on for Dortmund right now. It is Rafael Guerreiro and Prongicic. But no, guys, I don't believe it, unless I'm just misinformed. But I don't think there's any way we can leapfrog Sporting, and a lot of people have said that already. Pepe was just sent off in the Porto game as well. That game is going quite crazy. But we'll switch back over to the Dortmund game, because, you know, that's what we're supposed to be watching. But here comes Bellingham, and just wide. We haven't really had a dominant performance like this since, the Wiesbaden game. Yeah, That's nice to see, guys. Josh, do you think Bellingham could be a target for United in the January window? Bellingham will 1,000% not leave in January. I can promise you that 100%. Bellingham is not leaving in January, so no. Not a chance. We got some Besiktas love coming in. Bellingham's coming off for Rafael Guerrero, which is good to see. I'm assuming Zagadou might be the other substitution for Prongicic. Hummels had a much better game today, though, guys. So we want to give Hummels a little bit of love after a really poor performance against Bayern. He had a good game, but again, this is with no disrespect, this was an easy game. Besiktas just weren't up for it. Zagadou is coming off for Prongicic coming in. When has it been so that it's not goal difference? I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you honestly. I've asked this question over and over. From what I heard, man, I've heard experts say no one has said that Dortmund have a chance. Josh did not see clearly, but was there a penalty shout for Dortmund or the other way around? I tossed on the Atletico game when the scrap was breaking out. Is Bellingham's brother coming to Dortmund? There's probably a good potential. The shots right now, guys, are 21-1. This has been a dominant performance for Borussia Dortmund. But again, Besiktas down to 10 men in the first half. Even so. Ralph Rangnick is bigger name manager than Dortmund manager. He's not gonna get Jude Bellingham, man. I can promise you that. Ralph Rangnick is not a bigger manager, in my opinion, than Marco Rose, man. Ralph Rangnick has not done anything spectacular at the managerial level because that's not what he's known for. He's done some impressive things from behind the scenes, and Ralph Rangnick is an impressive name, and I think he was the right call for United because he's staying as an interim manager than to take on a consultant job. But look at Ralph Rangnick's history. He's not done anything more than Marco Rose has done, so that is a false statement, Dan. And Jude Bellingham's just not leaving. That's where the point came. He's not going to leave. Ralph Rangnick is not going to convince Jude Bellingham to leave Borussia Dortmund mid-season in January. Not a chance. Dortmund will not sell. Isn't Ralph more well-known as a sporting director? Yes. Ralph Rangnick, the manager, is not Ralph Rangnick, the sporting director. They're two different. He is not. Marco Rose is arguably a better manager. Did we put on Haaland? Yes, we did. Haaland is playing at striker right now. Honestly, if we would go for the Europa League, we would almost certainly win that. I don't know about certainly, man. There's some tough teams that could be in the Europa League this year. We don't know what's going to happen with Group B. It could be Porto. It could be Milan. It could be Atleti. Is kind of looking like it's going to be Porto. Barca could be in there. Napoli is in there. Atalanta is a tough team. Rangnick is bigger than Rosa, but in a different way. Think he'll try to get Haaland. Yes, in a very different way. In a very different way. But I don't think anything in January. I'm not saying that these players won't join other clubs. I'm just saying in January, guys, I don't think we have to worry about losing Bellingham or losing Erling Haaland. I just don't think that that's possible. But Ralph Rangnick is a very impressive man, and I think he was the right call for United. And I talked it up a lot on the podcast. Said that he was the right man to come in on an intern basis to get a feel for the club. He's done intern roles before, and then to move behind the scenes and help structure this club. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's going to target big players because he's that kind of guy. But I just don't think anyone needs to really worry about us losing players in January. That's my honest opinion. At the end of the season, the whole different story. There'll be bets and bids coming in to see if Haaland or Bellingham or whoever else may leave. But January, I just think is very unlikely. But yes, Guerrero is playing in the center mid position. We allowed Haller to break Haaland's Champions League, by the way. Rangnick said in a press conference he could get the Man United job on a permanent deal, but he said, let's wait and see. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to see how he does the rest of the season. He's not known as a manager. That's not what Ralph Rangnick is known for, guys. Josh, if Dortmund need a winger, can't we go for Nkunku from Leipzig? So it's hard to explain. No, I'm going to say no. We could go for him, but I don't think we will. You guys got to realize there's a certain amount of money that Dortmund are going to spend. And I'm putting about 30 of it as the big signing towards Adeyemi. And that looks very, very likely. Then it's going to go into a strategic signing, which potentially could be Zachariah on a free, with Witsel being just one in, one out. And then whatever's left in the budget will probably go towards a center back. I don't know, though. I can't speak. I don't know what the books look like, but looking at trends and how Dortmund have been recently, I don't see an Nkunku coming in. I don't see an Antony coming in. I don't see a Lacroix. I don't see a Klosterman. I don't see any of these players coming in. Realistically, I see 3. Zachariah on a free, Schlotterbeck or a type of player like Schlotterbeck, and Adeyemi. And we'll have to wait and see if I'm right or I'm wrong. Because the money is very tightly kept to Borussia Dortmund. But all that conversation could change if Haaland leaves, guys. All that could change. So we have to wait and see. Josh, obviously Terzic would be the first replacement if Rosa doesn't work out, but is there another manager that you could think of that you would take over him? Interesting question, my man. It's a good question, man. I don't know. Because again, the man has to speak German. That is literally the one big prerequisite. But here comes Dahoud. So I don't know. I think I'd be safe going back with Terzic because he'd really impressed me. Klopp. If we could get Klopp back, there you go, man. Yeah, Schlotterbeck would be good. It would be a crime if Dortmund don't sign at least 2 defenders. Who would be the new right back for Dortmund? Because we won't be signing one. You guys better believe it's going to be Mounier next season as well. I think the only team that can stop us from winning the Europa League is West Ham or Lyon. Interesting duo, man. I disagree with that. Lyon has been very, very poor in the season this year. They've been good in the Europa League, but they have an easy group. West Ham's been good. West Ham can be tough, but they're not the toughest. Napoli's a much better team, in my opinion, than both of them. Barca could come down, which is always scary. It is Barca. Atalanta, in my opinion, are a very dangerous team. They've knocked Dortmund out in the past as well. Leipzig are strong. I don't know. Those are interesting choices, my man. Interesting choices. Josh, who's been the best on Besiktas? My man, there's been no good performance from Besiktas today. It has not been good. I don't even know who to say. No one has stood out. They've done nothing in this game. Guys, is Royce injured? Royce is not injured. Why do you think Royce was injured? Pius, what makes you think that Royce is injured, my man? I think he just ran his course and went on. I'd rather focus on the league and have a better chance. We lost to Bayern and they're still inconsistent. I just don't know if the league's realistic. And the nice thing is that there's a break before we play next in the Europa League, so we'll have an idea to see even what the table sits like. I know that there is some. Oh, Erling Haaland makes it 5 from a Dahoud corner. Tuchel will never return. 4 red cards in 6 games today. Josh, do you ever see Klopp making a return? No, I don't. Don't know if we'll spend money on a winger for the next few years if we get Adeyemi, but the coverage for him and Mullen too. Yeah, and there are some good young ones. But guys, Erling Haaland has got his brace, my man. He's got his brace. Really good free kick. Terrible defending from Besiktas. Haaland says, excuse me. Picking up another one. Dan, Dortmund do not need a takeover, man. There's a 50+1 rule, which would never allow for it. 5-0 for Borussia Dortmund, guys. Haaland gets his second. What does the table look like? Or the goal difference? I'm just curious. Let's take a look at the goal difference if we can. So Dortmund's at a -1 goal difference right now. And Sporting is a +2. Again, it doesn't matter at all. But I'm just curious. So Josh, which would you pick? Haaland playing 10 extra minutes against Bayern or going... Alan, I'm not a medic. or on the medical staff. I don't know what is riskier, because what if he plays that extra 20 minutes and he gets injured? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that. I don't know how to balance it out, so I can't really speak to it. I'd assume, if possible, I'd rather him play the entire Bayern match and then not play in Besiktas at all. But if it's not possible, if it's not doable, then it is what it is. I don't think anyone expected Holland to play the entire game. But I mean, he comes on here, man. He's just he's a different animal. Holland comes on and makes it 2 goals in a matter of minutes. It's 5-0. He's just special. Can you do more streams in like the summer? I streamed quite a bit in the summer. I had a lot of transfer streams, a lot of Euro streams. I was busy AF in the summer. But I will try to do this summer because it'll be different. There'll be no World Cup. Josh, you're such an awesome live streamer. I would love to invite you over to my home in Banbury, England, and have a vacation to leave my job on the 13th. I appreciate that, Dan. If I was ever in England, I would definitely take you up on bringing me to a game. Who's the closest team to you, the Premier League team to you, Dan? If I was ever in England, and you were going to bring me to a game, which game would you take me to? I don't know England very well, so I'm not really sure what's the closest team to you. But I appreciate the kind words, Dan. You've been you've been a viewer on the channel for a long, long time. Josh, we need CVs. What do you think about Koulibaly from Napoli? I love Koulibaly. Really love Koulibaly, man. But he's not coming to Dortmund. Too expensive and doesn't fit the profile. He's the exact opposite. I told you guys players like Schlotterbeck are exactly what you should look for. Young, talented, established sort of Germans that have a specific price point. The Klosterman can fall in that category. I get that. I just think that he would be priced out for him. Same as Lacroix. For me, it's Arsenal. Interesting. Are you an Arsenal supporter then, my man? Why are they ruining the game? How is the other game going on right now? Anyone watching that Atletico game? Still 1-0. Couple red cards. Looking like Porto will join us in the Europa League as it stands of right now. Closest Premier League team would be to you, Aston Villa. Interesting. Erling Haaland. Oh, the hat trick. Haaland for the hat trick. Man, I feel bad for Besiktas. Bullied on social media again by our other Turkish supporters. But if we score 2 more and Ajax score 2 more, will we qualify? No. We lost out already. We were never going to be able to qualify for the round of 16. Haaland almost got his hat trick, though. You disappointed from yesterday's game? What was yesterday's game? $5-0 Borussia Dortmund. Sorry, Josh. I meant more streams like yesterday. Gotcha. Yeah, the transfer streams are always fun. I did it at an awkward time, though. We were busy all week, so I had to do it at that time. Was supposed to go to Vegas, but not going now. Oh, yes, you were disappointed by yesterday's game. Yes, the Arsenal game. That makes sense. Well, we can say we're going to be European champions. Ole, ole, ole. Didn't Batshuayi play for Dortmund? He did. And he was fantastic when he did, man. What do you think about Godfrey Challenge? I didn't see it yesterday. Paddy Mac, I haven't watched the highlights for the Arsenal and Everton game. Was it a nasty challenge? Nice ball. Will they score another one? I mean, there's a chance, man. Besiktas has just fallen apart. If you guys are just joining us on the stream, though, guys, and you want to celebrate a big W for Dortmund, be sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so yet. Drop a sub as well if you guys are new to the channel. Always nice. And say hello. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are, especially if you're new around here. You a Dortmund fan? You a Besiktas fan? You a fan of Holland, who just about scored his hat trick? Nasty, should have been a red card. Josh, do you think Holland will go in the summer? I don't know, man. There hasn't been a lot of rumors around it, so I kind of feel like it'll depend a little bit on that Puma deal. Josh, we need constant 24-hour streams. We know he can give quality commentary, analysts in the comfortable of his office, but can you do it getting in the freezing Toronto winters? I'm a fan of Josh. I appreciate that, Dr. Nike. We got some fantastic viewers here in the channel. You guys have been so supportive. The reason that our channel is doing as well as it has. And I am very appreciative for everyone who's tuned in, who's subscribed to the channel, who's dropped a like, who's just always supported us. It's the reason we keep growing. It's the reason that we do what we do. But yeah, it's been quite the performance. And there's a foul coming up. But there's been a goal in the Atletico game. I'm not going to look down. I'm going to see who scored it. Run over to the zone. I hope it's Atletico, because I don't really want... Who scored it? Is Atletico making it 2-0 or is it 1-1? It's 2-0. Atletico has killed the game off. I'm a fan of rude Canadians too. There you go, guys. There you go. Rude Canadians, always here. Got a dangerous free kick coming up for Dahoud and Guerrero. A really good pass. All right, let's see what Dahoud can do here, man. I'd like to see Dahoud score a nasty little free kick. Dahoud, in my opinion, this favors a right footer, and Dahoud's been swinging in beauties all game long. It's a poor hit. It's a poor hit. Really want this clean sheet. Kobel. Yeah, Kobel hasn't been tested at all, man. I'm pretty sure you can, knock on wood, think that this is probably going to be a clean sheet. But yeah, Angie, I don't know. I'm not super sold that Holland's going to leave this summer. I definitely think there's a chance, but I think it'll all depend. It'll all depend on where he wants to go, what projects are presented to him. Off topic, why doesn't Canada have friendlies like Mexico and the US? They do. They have a friendly. They have a friendly in January, which rumors were that Marcelo Flores was going to be called up to that as well. I found you by looking up BVB transfers back at the start of 2021. Well, I'm glad you find me a JJD TV fan. It seems like you've enjoyed some of the content here as well. We got some Besiktas. Let's give some love to Besiktas, guys. I've noticed a lot of the Turkish supporters have been super nice since they've come here. But that's the game, man. No added time whatsoever. So I'll bring up the other match just until maybe it ends up before or actually maybe not. I'm going to toss it on because I'm curious to see how it ends. But yeah, guys, we got some love in there. A poor Champions League campaign. We can't really deny that. But Atletico actually made it 3-0. So Atletico is going through, which means Porto is going to join us in the Europa League. But a big 5-0 win, man. Some nice little takeaways as well that I can get for our 5 takeaways that I'm going to send to Producer T. Who is Canada playing? I thought we were playing a friendly against Guatemala or something like that. But we're going to wrap up the stream, guys. Big 5-0 win. Little love throw towards Besiktas. We're going to the Europa League, hopefully with a little bit of confidence now to go on and win the thing. If you guys would be so kind on your way out, be sure to drop a like on the stream one last time. Drop a sub as well. We got some big ups to JJ. Appreciate it, my man. It'll be very cool. Josh, will you be supporting Germany in 2022 World Cup? Not if Canada's in it, my man. Not if Canada's in it. Not even close. It's going to be, if Canada makes it to the World Cup, man. I'm Canadian through and through. My background does come from Germany, which is why over the years I have a lot of love for German football. Love the Bundesliga. Love my Dortmund. You know how it is. But Canada is my country, guys. So I appreciate you guys tuning in for this watch along. It was a lot of fun. We go out with a bang. Well said. And we'll see you guys for our 5 takeaways. Drop a like, drop a sub as always, and I appreciate the support. Cheers, friends.